July 25th, 2025, Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas, a rugged haven of trails and caves, turns into a nightmare. David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, hike the Devil's Den Trail with their daughters, aged 7 and 9, unaware a killer lurks. At 2:40 p.m., screams pierce the dense forest. Blood stains the path, and knife's work brutal and swift. The couple lies dead, their daughters fleeing in terror. This is no fiction. Every detail is ripped from Arkansas State Police reports, ABC News, and CBS News. A monster walks free, and what follows will grip you. The Brinks, a family of love and adventure, had just moved to Prairie Grove, Arkansas, from South Dakota, per CBS News. Clinton, set to start as a milk delivery driver for Highland Dairy, and Cristen, a licensed nurse, were building a new life. Their bond sealed in a 2014 marriage, per family statements. Their daughters, full of joy, skipped along the 1.5-mile trail, a moderate loop near the park's visitor center, per Arkansas State Parks. The park, 140 miles northwest of Little Rock, is known for its waterfalls and rock formations, a family hotspot. But today, its thick vegetation hides a predator. The attack comes without warning, half a mile in, per ABC News. Clinton falls first, stabbed repeatedly, his cries echoing per police. Cristen, desperate, ushers her girls to safety, running toward other hikers, per WBTW. She returns to save her husband, only to meet the same fate, multiple stab wounds, frenzied and fatal, per NBC News. The daughters, wide-eyed with fear, reach a hiker who calls 911. By 3 p.m., Arkansas State Police swarm the scene, finding the couple's bodies on the trail, blood pooling under the Ozark sun. A horrific crime, senseless and raw. The girls, 7 and 9, are unharmed but traumatized, now with relatives, per ASP. Their bravery shines. They provide police with a suspect's description: a white man, medium build, long sleeves, fingerless gloves, per a composite sketch released by ASP. A black Kia Stinger, its license plate partly taped, was seen speeding away, per witnesses to CBS News. The trailhead is sealed, forensic teams combing for clues. No weapon yet, but blood trails suggest the killer was injured, per ASP's Major Stacy Rhodes. Who was he? Why the Brinks? Prairie Grove, reels. The small town, close-knit and quiet, mourns strangers who'd just arrived. They were starting fresh, Mayor David Falk tells CBS News, noting their water service began July 16. X buzzes with shock. A family hike turned massacre, one user posts. Those girls saw everything, another writes. Flowers pile at the park's entrance, notes scrawled with grief. A GoFundMe emerges, raising funds for the orphaned girls, per family statements. The park, a place of joy, now feels cursed. Investigators move fast. The girls' account, a man, a knife, a sudden attack, spurs a manhunt. Police release a sketch and a photo of a suspect's back, urging park-goers to check cell phone footage, per ASP. Tips flood in, some as far as Washington State, per NBC News. The Kia Stinger's sighting narrows the search to Springdale, 30 miles north. Blood at the scene, not all the victims, hints the killer bled too, per Colonel Mike Hagar. Was he sloppy or panicked? The trail, thick with no cell service, hides answers. The Brinks' love haunts. Clinton and Cristen died heroes protecting their girls, their family tells ABC News. Kristen's sacrifice, saving her daughters before returning, burns in every report. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders calls it horrific, vowing justice, per CBS News. The community holds a vigil, candles flickering at the park's edge. X debates. Random killer in a state park? Why them? Police find no link between the suspect and the Brinks, per ASP, but the randomness chills. By dusk, the park's trails stay closed, rangers patrolling, per Arkansas Secretary of Parks Shay Lewis. The girls' descriptions, the blood, the car, they're pieces of a puzzle, but the killer's face is a shadow. Who strikes a family in daylight? Why leave witnesses? The truth's out there, and it's darker than you think. July 27th, 2025, Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas is a fortress of grief and fear. Clinton David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, were stabbed to death on the Devil's Den Trail yesterday, their daughters, aged 7 and 9, witnessing the horror before fleeing to safety. Blood stains the path, a killer's knife still missing, and a black Kia Stinger seen speeding away. Every detail is pulled from Arkansas State Police reports, ABC News, and CBS News. The manhunt rages, but the killer's a ghost, and what's next will chill you. The park, 140 miles northwest of Little Rock, is sealed off, its trails silent under police tape. The crime scene, half a mile into the 1.5-mile Devil's Den Trail, tells a brutal story. Clinton's body, riddled with stab wounds, lies near a bend. Kristen's nearby, her wounds just as savage, per NBC News. Blood pools mix, some not theirs, hinting the killer was injured, per Arkansas State Police's Colonel Mike Hagar. Forensic teams comb the underbrush, finding no knife, only footprints, men's size 10 per WBTW. A hiker's 911 call at 2:50 p.m. brought police, but the suspect vanished. The Brink's daughters, now with relatives in Prairie Grove, are the heart of the case. Aged 7 and 9, they saw the attack. A white man, medium build, long sleeves, fingerless gloves, per their description to ASP. Cristen, a nurse, pushed them towards safety, running to other hikers before returning to Clinton, per CBS News. Their courage fuels the investigation. A composite sketch released yesterday circulates showing a sharp-jawed man, eyes hidden. A black Kia Stinger, its plates partly taped, was spotted near the trailhead, per witnesses to ABC News. Where did it go? Prairie Grove, a small town of 7,000, mourns its newest residents. The Brinks moved from South Dakota in July, Clinton set to drive for Highland Dairy, Cristen a licensed nurse, per family statements. They were building a life, Mayor David Falk tells CBS News. A GoFundMe for the girls climbs to $10,000, funding their care, per NBC News. X buzzes with horror. Kids saw their parents die? What kind of monster does this? Another asks. Vigils form at the park's edge, candles flickering for Clinton and Kristen's sacrifice. Investigators chase leads. The girl's description narrows the suspect, 20s or 30s, white, athletic. The Kia Stinger, seen in Springdale, 30 miles north, sparks a search, per WBTW. Park CCTV is grainy, showing a figure in a hoodie near the visitor center at 2:30 p.m., per ASP. Dozens of tips, over 80 by noon, flood in, some as far as Missouri, per Daily Mail. A hiker reports a man with blood on his sleeve near the trail, 2:45 p.m., but he's gone. Blood at the scene, not all the victims, suggests the killer cut himself, per Colonel Hagar. Was he reckless? The Brinks' love lingers. Clinton and Cristen died protecting their girls, their family tells ABC News. Kristen's final act, saving her daughters, burns in every report. Their 2014 marriage, rooted in faith, was a beacon, per CBS News. The girls, now silent, draw strength from their parents' courage, per relatives. The community rallies, churches host prayer circles, per WBTW. X buzzes with horror. Random attack in broad daylight? Why leave the kids alive? Police find no link between the suspect and the Brinks, per ASP, deepening the mystery. The crime scene yields more. Footprints lead to a parking lot where tire marks match a sports car, per NBC News. A blood trail, faint, heads toward a creek, then stops, per forensics. No weapon, no clear motive. Random, police say, but chilling, per Colonel Hagar. The trail's thick foliage, with no cell service, hid the killer's escape, per Arkansas State Parks. A nearby camper saw a man washing his hands in a stream, per police logs. Was it him? The Kia's taped plates nag, deliberate or desperate. Fear grips the Ozarks. Devil's Den, a family haven, closes indefinitely, per Secretary of Park Shea Lewis. Locals avoid trails, parents clutch their kids. This isn't our Arkansas, a shopkeeper tells CBS News. ASP's sketch spreads, posted in gas stations, on X. Seen this man? Tips point to Springdale, but searches turn up empty. The girl's testimony, clear, haunting, drives the hunt. Why attack a family? Why spare the witnesses? The blood, the footprints, the car, they're clues, but the killer's gone. By dusk, the park is a ghost town, rangers patrolling. The Brink's daughters, safe but scarred, hold the key. The Kia, the blood, the sketch, they're threads, but the motive's a shadow. Who kills in daylight and vanishes? The truth's close, but it's colder than you fear. July 28, 2025, Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas, is a shadow of its former self. Clinton David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, were savagely stabbed on the Devil's Den Trail 2 days ago. Their daughters, aged 7 and 9, witnessing the horror before escaping to summon help. Bloodstains, a missing knife, and a black Kia Stinger seen fleeing fuel a frantic manhunt. Every detail is drawn from Arkansas State Police reports, ABC News, and CBS News. The killer's trail is warming, but what's coming will freeze your blood. The crime scene, half a mile into the 1.5-mile trail, remains sealed, a grim tableau of violence. Clinton's body, riddled with stab wounds, lies near a rocky bend. Kristen's, steps away, bears the same brutal marks, per NBC News. Blood pools, not all theirs, suggest the killer was wounded, per Arkansas State Police's Colonel Mike Hagar. Forensic teams scour the path, finding men's size 10 footprints and a faint blood trail to a creek, per WBTW. No knife, but the attack's ferocity, dozens of wounds, screams rage, per police. Who strikes like this in daylight? The Brink's daughters, now safe with relatives in Prairie Grove, are the case's lifeline. Aged 7 and 9, they described a white man, medium build, long sleeves, fingerless gloves, per ASP's composite sketch. Kristen's heroism, pushing them to safety before returning to Clinton, haunts, per CBS News. Their account drives the search. A man, 20s or 30s, athletic, possibly injured. The black Kia Stinger, plates partly taped, was spotted in Springdale, 30 miles north, per ABC News. Tips, now over 120, flood in from hikers and locals, per Daily Mail. Is he close? Prairie Grove mourns its lost family. The Brinks, new from South Dakota, were settling in. Clinton, a soon-to-be milk delivery driver. Cristen, a nurse, married since 2014, per family statements. Quote, "They lived for their girls," a relative tells ABC News. The GoFundMe hits $15,000, funding the daughter's future, per NBC News. X buzzes with grief. Quote, "Those kids saw their parents slaughtered," one user posts. Quote, "Find this animal," another demands. Vigils grow at the park's entrance, candles and flowers piling high, per WBTW. The community clings to the Brink's love. Investigators push harder. The Kia Stinger's trail leads to Springdale, where CCTV from a gas station catches it at 3:15 p.m. July 26th, per ASP. A hiker's tip, a man with blood on his sleeve near the trailhead, sparks searches in nearby woods but yields nothing, per CBS News. The blood trail to the creek stops cold, per forensics. A camper's report, a man washing hands in a stream 2:50 p.m., adds weight, per police logs. Was he cleaning evidence? The sketch, posted statewide, draws calls from as far as Oklahoma, per NBC News. The Brink's sacrifice cuts deep. Kristen's dash to save her girls only to die beside Clinton is a story of courage, per ABC News. Their daughters, now silent, relay details through trauma counselors, per ASP. Quote, "They're heroes," Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says, per CBS News. X debates rage. Quote, "Random killer in a family park? Why spare the kids?" Police find no connection between the suspect and the Brinks, per Kohlhager, calling it completely random. But the taped plates, the gloves, planned or panicked? The crime scene whispers more. Footprints near the parking lot match the Kia's tire marks, per WBTW. A discarded bandage found near the creek holds blood, per forensics. Possibly the killer's. No knife, but the wounds, deep, chaotic, suggest a large blade, per NBC News. The trail's isolation with no cell service aided the escape, per Arkansas State Parks. A hiker's video submitted late shows a man in a hoodie jogging from the trail, per ASP. The same man, the Kia's driver? Fear chokes the Ozarks. Devil's Den remains closed, rangers on high alert, per Secretary of Parks Shea Lewis. Prairie Grove schools cancel outdoor events, parents wary. "This isn't our safe haven," a local tells CBS News. X posts spread the sketch. Quote, "Seen him? Call ASP. Tips point to Springdale, but searches hit dead ends." The daughter's testimony. A man, a knife, no words. Fuels a hunt. Why attack a family? Why leave witnesses? The blood, the bandage, the car, they're clues, but not enough. By nightfall, the park's trails are empty, police lights flashing. The Brinks daughters, scarred but brave, hold the key. The Kia, the blood trail, the sketch, they're closing in. But the killer's shadow looms. Who kills a couple and walks away? The truth's near, but it's darker than you think. July 29th, 2025, Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas, is a wound that won't heal. Clinton David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, were brutally stabbed on the Devil's Den Trail 3 days ago, their daughters, aged 7 and 9, witnessing the carnage before fleeing to safety. A black Kia Stinger, blood trails, and a composite sketch fuel a relentless manhunt. Now, a name emerges, and the shadows part. Every detail is drawn from Arkansas State Police reports, ABC News, and CBS News. The truth is breaking, and it's colder than you fear. The crime scene, half a mile into the 1.5-mile trail, remains locked down, a silent scar in the Ozark forest. Clinton's body, pierced by dozens of stab wounds, lies near a rocky outcrop. Kristen's, nearby, mirrors his fate, per NBC News. Blood, not all theirs, pools with men's size 10 footprints, per Arkansas State Police's Cole Mike Hager. A faint blood trail leads to a creek, where a discarded bandage holds DNA, per WBTW. No knife yet, but the attack's savagery, frenzied, chaotic, suggests a large blade, per police. Who wields such rage? The Brinks daughters, safe with relatives in Prairie Grove, are the investigation's pulse. Aged 7 and 9, they saw a white man, medium build, long sleeves, fingerless gloves, per ASP's sketch. Kristen's heroism, pushing them toward hikers before returning to Clinton, burns bright, per CBS News. Their description sharpens. 20s or 30s, athletic, possibly injured. Tips, now over 200, point to Springdale, 30 miles north, where a black Kia Stinger was seen, plates partly taped, per ABC News. A breakthrough looms, but it's grim. Prairie Grove grieves its lost family. The Brinks, new from South Dakota, were starting over. Clinton, a milk delivery driver-to-be, Cristen, a nurse, married since 2014, per family statements. They were our heart, a relative tells ABC News. The GoFundMe hits $20,000, securing the girl's future, per NBC News. X buzzes with anguish. Those girls saw their parents die, one user posts. Catch this beast, another demands. Vigils swell at the park's edge, candles and jerseys piling up, per WBTW. The town clings to the Brink's love. Investigators close in. A tip late July 28th points to a Springdale barber shop, per CBS News. CCTV from a gas station, 3:15 p.m. July 26th, shows the Kia Stinger, its driver in a hoodie, per ASP. A hiker's cell phone video, a man jogging from the trail, blood on his sleeve, matches the sketch, per NBC News. The bandage's DNA, not the victim's, is a key lead, per forensics. A camper's report, a man washing his hands in a creek, gains weight, per police logs. Then a name, Andrew James McGann, 28, a former teacher, per WBTW. Is he the monster? McGann's arrest unfolds dramatically. July 29th, 2 p.m., Springdale police storm a barbershop, catching him mid-haircut, per ABC News. A white man, medium build, he fits the girl's description, per ASP. The Kia Stinger, found nearby, matches the taped plates, per CBS News. Blood on his clothes, possibly his own, links to the scene, per Cole Hager. No knife yet, but his home yields suspicious items, per WBTW. Why a teacher? Why the Brinks? The randomness chills, but whispers of his past stir. The Brinks' sacrifice haunts. Kristen's run to save her girls, only to die beside Clinton, is a testament to love, per ABC News. Their daughters, now with counselors, relay details. The man, the knife, no words spoken, per ASP. They died heroes, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says, per CBS News. X debates, random killer or something darker. Why let the kids live? Police insist it's random, no link to the Brinks, per Cole Hager. But McGann's teacher past, 5 Arkansas districts since 2022, raises questions, per NBC News. The crime scene speaks louder. The bandage's DNA, a match to McGann, confirms he bled, per forensics. Tire marks tie to his Kia, per WBTW. The trail's isolation, no cell service, aided his escape, per Arkansas State Parks. A hiker's tip, a man in fingerless gloves near the creek, seals the link, per police. But no motive surfaces. Was it a thrill kill? A snapped mind? The girl's survival. Why? The sketch, now McGann's face, haunts X. He taught kids? Fear strangles the Ozarks. Devil's Den stays closed. Rangers vigilant, per Secretary of Parks, Shea Lewis. Prairie Grove's parents lock doors, schools on alert. A teacher did this, a local tells CBS News. Ex-posts scream, find his reasons. The GoFundMe grows, vigils chanting, justice for the Brinks. McGann's silence in custody, the missing knife, they nag. Why a family? Why now? The truth is breaking, but it's twisted. August 1st, 2025, Devil's Den State Park, Arkansas, bears the scars of a tragedy that won't fade. Clinton David Brink, 43, and Cristen Amanda Brink, 41, were savagely stabbed on the Devil's Den Trail, their daughters, aged 7 and 9, witnessing the horror before escaping. Andrew James McGann, 28, a former teacher, was arrested mid-haircut, his DNA and confession tying him to the blood-soaked path. Every detail is drawn from Arkansas State Police reports, ABC News, and CBS News. The truth lands heavy, but a shadow lingers. The crime scene, half a mile into the 1.5-mile trail, tells a brutal tale. Clinton's body, pierced by dozens of stab wounds, lies near a rocky bend. Kristen's, nearby, mirrors his fate, per NBC News. Blood pools mixed with McGann's, confirmed by DNA, per Arkansas State Police's Colonel Mike Hagar. A bandage near a creek, men's size 10 footprints, and tire marks from a black Kia Stinger seal his guilt, per WBTW. No knife yet, but items from McGann's home, knives, clothing, match the crime scene, per CBS News. Why a family? Why here? McGann's arrest July 29th in a Springdale barbershop was dramatic. Caught mid-haircut, the 28-year-old fit the girl's description. White, medium build, long sleeves, fingerless gloves, per ASP's sketch. His Kia Stinger, plates partly taped, matched CCTV from a gas station near the park, per ABC News. A confession given to investigators admits the killings, per Cole Hagar, but he pleads not guilty at his August 1st hearing, per Daily Mail. Capital murder charges loom, with prosecutors eyeing the death penalty, per NBC News. His silence now chills. The Brinks' daughters, safe with relatives, are the case's soul. Age 7 and 9, they saw the attack, Cristen pushing them to safety before dying beside Clinton, per CBS News. Their testimony, a man, a knife, no words, drove the manhunt, per ASP. Now with counselors, their bravery shines, per family statements. The GoFundMe hits $25,000, securing their future, per ABC News. X mourns. Those girls are heroes, one user posts. McGann's a monster, another writes. Vigils at the park's edge burn bright. Candles for the Brinks' sacrifice. Prairie Grove aches. The Brinks, new from South Dakota, were building a life. Clinton, a milk delivery driver. Cristen, a nurse, married since 2014, per CBS News. They died for their girls, a relative tells NBC News. The community rallies, churches host prayers, schools offer counseling, per WBTW. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders vows justice, per ABC News. X debates, random attack or something darker. Police insist no link exists between McGann and the Brinks, calling it completely random, per Cole Hagar. But his past stirs unease. McGann's history unravels. A former teacher in 5 Arkansas districts since 2022, he was quiet, normal, per colleagues to CBS News. One parent's allegation, inappropriate tickling of students, surfaces, unconfirmed, per NBC News. Was it relevant? Police find no evidence the daughters were targets, per WBTW. His confession, detailed yet cold, admits the stabbings but offers no why, per ASP. The attack's sloppiness, his own blood left behind, suggests impulse, per Cole Hagar. Why spare the girls? Why confess, then deny guilt? The crime scene seals the case. DNA from the bandage matches McGann's, per forensics. The Kia's tire marks align with the trailhead, per ABC News. A hiker's video, a man in a hoodie jogging away, matches McGann's build, per ASP. Knives from his home, pending tests, are consistent with the wounds, per WBTW. The trail's isolation, no cell service, aided his escape, per Arkansas State Parks. Over 250 tips, including a camper's report of a man washing hands in a creek, led to him, per Daily Mail. But the motive? The Ozarks real. Devil's Den stays closed, its trails haunted, per Secretary of Parks Shay Lewis. Prairie Grove's parents lock doors, schools on alert. A teacher did this, a local tells CBS News. X demands, why no motive? The GoFundMe grows, vigils chanting Brinks forever. McGann's not guilty plea, despite his confession, baffles. Was it rage? A snapped mind? The girl's survival, intentional or luck, the blood, the knives, the car, they convict, but they don't explain. As August dawns, the Brinks love indoors. Kristen's heroism, Clinton's stand, their daughter's courage, etched in Prairie Grove's heart, per ABC News. McGann, in custody, faces trial, his silence deafening. The knives, the DNA, the confession, they bind him. But why a random family? Was it truly chance or a darker urge? The trail's blood whispers, but the monster's truth stays buried. leaving a question that cuts deep.